What's up, you guys? Zoe here for OneGlanceTrader.com, and in this video I'm going to walk you through my very own step-by-step guide on how to sell cash secured puts for weekly passive income. And we're going to go through a trade I've just taken on Palantir Technologies, and I'll share with you the screenshot of that order so we can walk through it step by step so you can understand how you can make 1 to 2% a week doing this strategy. And this strategy has really revolutionized my trading overall over the past 8-9 months, and all I want to do is just share it with you guys. And all I ask in return is that you smash that like button and don't forget to subscribe. I'm producing two weekly videos a week, two videos a week. So really make sure that you guys subscribe so you don't miss out on any of my content. So what we're going to go through first is what exactly do I mean by selling puts? And what I've done here is I've just taken a screenshot of this Palantir Technologies, and we'll go on to this chart inside a second, but I just wanted to make sure that you guys understand what selling puts means. So selling puts in its very simple form is that you are saying to a buyer that I'm willing to buy 100 shares, and it could be 200, 300. It's in multiples of 100, and each 100 block of shares is known as a contract. So you're basically selling one option contract, i.e. 100 shares in the example I'm going to share. So you're willing to buy 100 shares of X stock. So in this example, it's Palantir Technologies at X price um, at X date in the future. In the future, if I can spell. So there's three components of selling options, and in this example, selling puts. Your how many shares you want to buy, what the stock is. Well, there's four then if you say what the stock is, at what price, and at what date. So one of the reasons why I love selling options, you have all the control, right? You are putting out there into the market how much you want to buy, on what stock, at what price, so a price you want to buy the stock at, and at a date that you want to buy. You want for the trade to reach its conclusion. Now, I don't know anywhere else where you can do trading and you can have that much control over this piece. Now, so what happens is that a buyer would come in and say that, yeah, I'm happy to sell you my 100 shares in Palantir at X price, or X price at Y date. But what they want to do for that right, as a seller, you are asking them for some premium, and that premium is what we call as in a net credit, because you are selling options, so money is coming into your account for writing that trade for us. So for a buyer to accept this trade, they need to pay you X amount in premium, and that premium, whatever happens, whether you end up buying the shares or you don't end up buying the shares, you get to keep that premium. And it's that premium is where you can do that every single week, every single month, every single year, to keep collecting premium and keep making money, or money coming through the door. And that's what I've been doing now over the last 9 months. I'm going to take you through this Palantir Technologies example on how all that kind of works. So I'm just going to get rid of all of this, and we're going to break this down step by step. There must be an easier way to kind of clean the snipping tool there, but we're all good. Okay, so as I said, the stock we're doing this is Palantir Technologies. Now, step one of selling options, and I've talked about this many times before, do it on a stock you don't mind owning shares on. Now, I've chosen Palantir Technologies Palantir Technologies, for those who don't know, they are a software data analytics big data company. They've got a number of government contracts, a lot of private clients as well, such as Amazon, Netflix, for example. And I really like this. I really like this company. It's not yet profitable, but there are other reasons why I like this company. That's not the point of this video. But the point of this video is pick it on a stock that you don't mind owning 100 shares of. So at the moment, I don't own any shares in Palantir. I don't mind holding 100 shares of Palantir. If I do, it's not a problem. I'll just sell covered calls. Again, that's the wheel strategy, and I've got a video on that. You guys can check that one out as well. But what we're doing here is I've selected my stock, which is Palantir Technologies. So if we go through the steps of selling a put, the first thing is you want to state how many contracts, how many blocks of 100 shares are you willing to buy. So in this example, I'm willing to buy 100 shares. In fact, what I'm going to do is actually say, so the stock is ticker symbol PLTR. The second piece is 100 shares. The third one is the strike price. So what price am I willing to buy 100 shares in Palantir at? And this is where charting analysis comes in. Again, I've got a number of indicators for trading view, and I've gone through a number of things in terms of understanding technical analysis. But when it comes to selling options, I don't actually use a lot of indicators, if I'm really honest. It's very basic support and resistance, trend lines, and sometimes I'll put the Bollinger Bands or the average true range so I can understand, the range of price over a certain period of time for me to understand, would Palantir Technologies get to this level or get to that level. So if we look at Palantir Technologies across the whole of 2021, you can see here that it, peaked at about 40, 45, $45, and with most growth stocks absolutely tanked within February and March. And as you can see now, it's been really ranging inside these inside this consolidated inside this range. We had kind of two false breakouts, one there and one there, but eventually, as you saw, it completely went back into its range. And what we're kind of seeing with the current price action, you can see that where we were making, we were hitting these levels quite consistently. We are now, as you can see now, making, just get rid of all this, we are making lower highs. As you can see from this purple trend line here that I've drawn, Palantir is starting to make lower highs, and then we've got this resistance there, and that's kind of known as the ascending triangle pattern, which generally is a bullish pattern. And also Palantir have earnings next week as well. Traditionally, I don't normally sell options on earnings. I do think it will have a good earnings, and therefore with this technical analysis pattern in there, I'm hoping for a breakout to the upside, because I don't mind owning 100 shares of Palantir, but what I really want is just to keep the premium, or the premium I receive for writing this option, and then move on to the next trade. So from this technical analysis that you can see here, that we are currently in this range, but we also have more of a short. So we have a long-term consolidation within these support and resistance areas, and we have also got this shorter term uptrend coming in at the same time. So with all that being said, we need to come up with a strike price of where I'm willing to buy 100 shares of Palantir. So as you can see here, I've drawn this green dotted line here at the $24 level. And the reason why I selected the $24 level is that if Palantir has a good earnings, it will hopefully go up, and if Palantir has a bad earnings, it will potentially go down. But what I think what will happen is if it does go down, it's going to use this trend line, this future support from this trend line, hopefully he says, to act as a barrier to keep it away from my 24 strike. So that is why I've selected the 24 strike. I could have been a bit more conservative and gone for the 2250 or the 23 strike just below these lows over here. But as you guys have probably imagined, when it comes to trading options and when it comes to collecting premium, the further away your strike price is from the current price, so the current price of Palantir at the moment is 26 and I've set a strike at 24. If I set a strike at 2250 or even 23, the premium I'm going to receive is lower. And the reason why it's lower is because it is more likely that Palantir will not reach 23 or 2350. It's more likely to hit 24 than it is 2350 because it's just further away from the current price of 26 at the moment. So I wanted to get a balance of where I think Palantir won't be within the next week or so versus uh, where the premium that I received. And again, because I don't mind owning 100 shares of Palantir at 24, I was quite comfortable selling this option at the 24 strike. And then the last thing is the expiration date. So options, Palantir does weekly options, and options expire on a Friday. So I have decided today is the 5th of November, which is Friday. So I've done a 1 week expiration. So this is expiring on the 12th of November 2021. If I can do 12 properly, it might help. So, and that's again why if I look at it 5 days out, this is a daily chart. So if I look at it 5 days out with earnings, I think it'll consolidate. I think it'll consolidate around here, let earnings come out, and then it will make one of these two moves. With hopefully this will give it some protection there. So if we recap what we've done, we are selling a put, and what I'm doing is selling cash secured puts, so CSP for short. What a cash secured put is that for me to place this trade, I need to put up some money for collateral. And because I've selected a strike price of $24 and we're doing 100 shares, so if you times 100 by 24, that is $2,400. So $2,400 will be taken out of my trading account and held as collateral. And that's all what a cash secured means. Cash secured means that I have the cash in my account that if Palantir drops to 2250, for example, it will then execute the trade and buy 100 shares at $24. So you'll use that $2,400. So you might have heard the term of naked puts, which basically means you're selling on margin. So then what will happen there is you don't need to put the 2,400 in. You only need to put in a very small amount, maybe 10% of that $240. And if you come assigned or get assigned the shares, your brokerage will come knocking on your door saying you are some money. Um, so that's basically how it works. So I tend to do cash secured because I know what I'm playing with and the amount of money I've got inside my trading account. So hopefully that piece makes sense. 2,400. So I'm willing to sell 100 shares of Palantir at the $24 strike, expiring 12th of November 2021, which is next Friday. So what will happen, I put this option out there into the market, and then someone has come back, a buyer has come in and says, I'm willing to take that trade. Now there's one other piece that is missing from this, is the premium. So the premium is the amount that the buyer has to pay me for selling this option. So what I've got here is I've got a screenshot, and what I'm going to do is just take a screenshot of that so I can right on you guys to here. So we can see here that my order has got filled. So I've sold one Palantir expiring on November the 12th at the 24 strike, and the premium I gained was 47 cents per share. Now, because I sold one contract, which is 100 shares, the amount of money I made or credit I received was $47. So I got $47 added instantly into my brokerage account. And for those of you who don't know, I'm with Interactive Brokers, and again, if you're interested in finding out more about them, there is a link below for you guys to kind of look at that information. And so I made $47. So now let's work out what our return on investment actually is. And I've just done it here, but I'm going to do it again for you guys so you guys can see. So I received 0.47. And it cost me $2,400, or in this case, I think I lost my cursor. There it is. $24. So if I divide those two numbers together times by 100, you can see here that I have made a 1.56%. Let's round it up to 2%. A 2% return on my investment. So $47 divided by 2,400 is a 1.956% return in a space of 7 days, or 5 days even, really. And no matter what happens, that $47 is mine, that I can do whatever I want with. I can go buy some shares of Palantir if I really wanted to with this money. The money's already in my account for me to withdraw or use for another particular trade. Now, that, in terms of trying to make 2% return on your money, right, or 1.996% return of your money in the space of 5 or 7 days, however you want to look at it, is absolutely, my personal view, is absolutely insane. And this is the power that selling options kind of gives you. And what are the scenarios that can actually happen over here? So if we look at it now, so what was it? The price was at $26, and my strike price was at $25. So by November 12th, if Palantir goes up, okay, I'll do it over here. If Palantir goes up, the option expires worthless, and I keep $47. If Palantir goes sideways and stays above $24, I think my strike was, wasn't it? Yeah, $24. The option expires worthless, and I make money. I keep the premium. If Palantir goes down but stays above $24, I keep the $47. If Palantir goes down and closes below $24, then I will buy 100 shares of PLTR. And you tell me where you can place a trade where out of all 4 outcomes, 3 of them you make money on and 1 of them you don't. And again, I selected this price, I selected the expiry, and I selected the stock. That, to me, you've got so many odds inside your favor. So I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys want to learn with me how to do this stuff, please, click the first link down below to join my options coaching group, and I shall see you guys in the next video.